Anderson.
Did they tell you all Lowell wrestling's going to be on this week?
All right, tonight, Brooklyn, she would like to recognize and come out to the mat for supporting her. Brooklyn would like to have her parents, Joe and Emily Anderson, come out, and her siblings, Ashlyn and Anna Anderson. She'd like to recognize Coach Alvin, Coach Pickett, Brent, Simon for always helping me, showing up to me every day and assisting me in every possible way, never giving up on me. Not once did any of them frustrated me or put me down when something wasn't clicking, that had made this wrestling community something special. Nothing I've ever experienced before. I'm forever grateful to have these coaches for my first and last season. Next, what is your favorite memory from participating in wrestling? My favorite memory has been Northwest Duels because it was the first duel of the season. She felt like it brought the team together, plus she beat 2 boys. What accomplishment are you most proud of? Brooklyn says her accomplishment she's most proud of in her wrestling journey is getting 25 wins before the season was over, when at the beginning of the year she was hoping for 1 or 2 wins. Next question asked to Brooklyn was, when you write your book about Brooklyn and the incredible, amazing life that you've lived, what is the wrestling part of your book going to be? Is it going to be a comedy, action, adventure, love story, drama, or horror? Tell us why. Brooklyn says, I believe I'd be a mixture of love and horror. Wrestling community is beautiful. The constant love and support from your teammates and parents make it feel like a second family. The horror is, I've never cut weight in my life, so having to grind on runs, wearing millions of layers of suffocation and sauna was a lot. Or championship conditioning. Every practice I feel like I'm not going to make it, especially when cranked to 80. Overall, the grind you put out behind closed doors will help you grow to love and passion out on the mat. The final question asked of Brooklyn, what are your plans after high school? Would you consider being a referee or a coach for wrestling? And Brooklyn said, my plans after high school are to attend Lane Community College and get my paramedic or nursing degree. I hope to own an apartment of some sort and have the ability to explore the world around me. I believe I consider helping coach back at Lowell to have the opportunity to stay around this wonderful community. I think I need another year under my belt to consider refereeing. Ladies and gentlemen, Brooklyn Anderson and your senior red devil. Next senior is Alex Sotomayor. Alex, he would like to recognize tonight for supporting him in his wrestling journey, his mom, dad, and little brother. Come on out there, mom, dad, and little brother. Your favorite wrestling memory and favorite participating wrestling memory. Alex said hanging out with all of his friends during the multi-day tournament. Next question asked Alex, what accomplishment are you most proud of in wrestling? He said, winning my first tournament this year. When you write the book about yourself and the incredible, amazing life you've lived, do you think that the chapter of wrestling will be comedy, action, adventure, love story, drama, or horror? Tell us why. Alex said, I'm not exactly sure what genre the chapter will be. I just know that it'll be dramatic. I complain a lot about wrestling, but I still do it. Even though it sucks sometimes, it will never be something I regret doing. It drives me to become the best version of myself. What are your plans after high school, Alex? Would you consider being a referee or a coach in wrestling? Alex says, I plan to go to college at U of O or OSU to get a bachelor's degree in biology. Then I plan to go to medical school and become a family care physician. After completing my residency as a family care physician, I plan to specialize in sports medicine after medical school. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Sotomayor, senior red devil. Next up, our senior, David Finch. David's going to be an author because he wrote a book. Tonight, David would like to recognize in supporting him in his wrestling career, his mom, his dad, his sister. They have supported me emotionally and continue to push me to be the best person I can be. He would also like to recognize Court and Rocky Gardner, Cortland Manufacturing. They have supported and encouraged me along the way and consistently helped me work toward my goals. I appreciate you more than you can ever know. Bryce Oran, thank you for being my workout partner and just a badass. Dominating Coach Alvin was getting easy, and one day you came to practice and opened up a can of whoop ass on me, and I will never forget it. Thank you for taking time out of your life to help me and my teammates get better. His girlfriend, Brooklyn, and family, thank you to the Lowell community for always supporting me. I would not have been able to travel or wrestle at all the events in the summer without all of you. Last and most importantly, Coach Alvin, none of this would have been possible without a coach that encourages, supports, and invests time and energy on a little fat kid that wants to wrestle. Thank you, Coach Alvin. Next up, what's your favorite memory for participating in wrestling? Traveling to Japan, traveling across the United States, representing Oregon and Lowell, hanging out with my Red Devil teammates. First time I took down Coach Alvin. What accomplishment are you most proud of in wrestling? Winning the 2023 Greco State Championship, winning the 2025 Freestyle State Championship, being a 3-time national team member, making the national dual team, placing 3 times at the OSAA State Tournament, and he forgot to put down, taking down Coach Alvin. When you write the book about yourself and the incredible, amazing life you have lived, do you think that the chapter in wrestling will be a comedy, action, adventure, love story, drama, or horror? Tell us why. David said, it depends on how state goes this year. If I win, it will be an action and comedy. If I lose, a horror. Just kidding. LOL. That's a good one. What are your plans after high school? Would you consider being a referee or coach for wrestling? He said, I plan on attending college and wrestling. I plan on obtaining a degree in business and becoming an Oregon State Trooper. I would love to be one of the Red Devil coaches. Ladies and gentlemen, your senior Red Devil, David Finch. All right, our next senior, Josh Walker. Senior Josh Walker would like to recognize tonight and stand with him for supporting him in his wrestling career, his family, and Emma. What's your favorite memory from participating in wrestling? Joshua Walker says, when Harley Black doubled me for TikTok. What accomplishment are you most proud of in wrestling? Joshua Walker says, I'm most proud of winning second at the LC tournament and taking down 5 schools in wrestling. When you write the book about yourself and this incredible, amazing life you live, do you think the chapter in wrestling will be comedy, action, adventure, love story, drama, or horror? Tell us why. And Josh Walker said, I believe there will be a character development chapter for me. The work and dreams I have are only getting bigger and bigger. Finally, what are your plans after high school? Would you consider being a referee or coach for wrestling? Joshua Walker said, my plans after high school are to serve in the United States Marine Corps and work in the SWAT plot. Ladies and gentlemen, your senior and devil, Joshua Walker.